Hey, what's going on? Welcome back, Holdo here. Um, and we're on episode 5 of the 5NL challenge. So yeah, I've managed to get the sports bet token to work. So we've got a £10 football season free bet. So we're just gonna make a punt, go for a punt. We've got Tottenham, they're in good form. Everton also in good form, Calvert-Lewin, and Liverpool. Well, they're in. They've been in good form for a long time. So we're going to go for three favourites. You could argue that this one is a bit of a punt, but free bet, so what the hey. If this gets in, we're going to be closer to 10 and L. So let's do it. I'll obviously update later if it comes in. Right. So I'm doing this midday on a Monday, so I mean the pool is going to be a lot shallower. Um, and I can only assume that the players are going to be either people with no lives and no jobs who are just completely trash, or people who are trying to make poker as a living. So you could probably assume that they're going to be a bit tougher. But hopefully we can post another win. When I get a few more hands, I might fire up Poker Tracker and see what the graph's looking like. I mean, because I'm only playing 2 tables and for only half an hour at a time, the hand sample is not, well, it's just not big enough at the moment. We can open the sevens. I think we're going to fold this. Maybe, I mean, 10-9 suited would be a squeeze, definitely, but I mean, this is just far too weak. Huh. Now, this is definitely good for my range. I mean, it's okay for the quarters range as well. You could argue a bet here is a bluff and a large bet. Let's see what he does. Sixes. Do we want to three bet this? I think you do it some percent. I'm going to fold this time though. I mean, we could three barrel bluff this, but I think I'm just gonna check and give up. See if we improve to an 8. Against half pot, um, definitely be a 9. Any jack. I mean, it could be any of the pairs really. We're just gonna let this one go. Okay, double ace jack. And we're gonna attack the limp. He's got a stack less than 100 bigs, so he's gonna label him a weaker player. We're gonna c-bet. Don't expect him to fold much. I'm gonna bet this half pot. So for this hand, three-way pot, so you know they've got to be pretty tight. We're blocking a lot of the value. We're blocking ace queen and queen jack, and it's pretty dry board anyway. So my hand is likely ahead. So I think a bet there is fine. I don't think we win if we check. Question is if I bluff, is he going to call? And I think he's the type of guy who will. So I'm just going to check, give up. Okay then, it's 3-2. I'm not sure about his flop call. It's shocking. So he limped under the gun, called at 4x raise, out of position, and then check called the flop, a king eye flop, with 3-2 offsuit. So yeah, and poker is supposed to be dead. Now I'm not liking this at all. Question is, I mean, he's likely to have like. I'm gonna check this back. Might be a mistake, I think. Yeah. I just assume this guy to always have a random ace, just because he's a weaker player and they just don't like to fold aces or any ace basically. So I decided to check that one. Try and get a bit more information. Seemed to work out. Because the speed he put that in, it looks like he was just gonna do exactly the same to any bet I made. Queen 10 from the hijack. We're gonna fold the queen jack. This is close. You could fold that and it'd be fine. Um, well, we obviously got a club. I think we can check call, but I think I'd rather just bet small. I didn't notice this guy's stack size. And then when we hit the ace, I think we just bet small again. Don't think there's any reason to check. And this time we're just going to check down. And now I think we just bet small again. Just try and get call from a weaker ace. I mean, we're blocking the flush, but I mean, if he jams, we're going to have to fold. This could definitely be a flush, definitely be two pair. I mean, for the price, we've got top pair and a club blocker. I think we just got to call, and then obviously if we lose, we lose. Okay, she gets two pair on the river. Unlucky. How did this hand start? So we 2.8x, and he calls with 6-9 suited. I guess it's fine. So he flops top pair, calls a small bet, fine. The ace. So I'm betting again. I could probably size up on the ace. Calls, he gets two pair. Yeah, it's pretty standard. Let's see what this guy does. Touch him. And he 3-bets to quite a large open, so you know you can assume he's pretty nutted. We could watch this for fun. I don't expect this guy to be weak. And fives. I could definitely call. Both ace king. Yeah, I think I'm going to call. Nice. And we flop a five. I think with this, the flush draw, and we're quite joined, I'm going to raise the flop. Okay, we take it down. I didn't want to call and let a heart roll off, and then, didn't really know what to do at that point. The other guy could slow down as well. For example, if he has an overpair like aces, kings, queens, and a heart comes, he may slow down. If a six or seven comes, he may slow down as well. So I think, getting the money in on the flop, if he was inclined to do that, is the best bet for this particular board. I'm going to open the sevens, see if we can flop another set. The eights, I'm going to 3-bet. I'm not going to do 8-8, so it'd be a bit too obvious. Or he might read into that somehow. Okay, for this hand, it's going to be a c-bet. We'd expect to be ahead most of the time. He shouldn't have many fives unless there was ace fives or 5-6, hand like that, or maybe pocket fives, which are unlikely. Okay, we got a bit of a random pot here. I'm just going to watch this for fun. So he leads into 4 people on the king eye board, and we get a two callers, and then we get a insta snap check into a pot bet into a call. What is going on? Oh, and the flush completes on the river, and this guy's going to jam. He's going to call. Flush going to win. He's just left off the one big blind. That was that was something. Against under the gun open, I think I'm just going to fold the fours. Especially against a short stack there, could just jam. Ace jack. They're going to raise that up. And we get 3-bet by Chris from the UK. Now these I don't like to call ace jack off. Ace jack suited I would, but I think I'm just going to give this up. I mean, 3-bets are normally ace queen or better. Not always, but I mean, if an ace comes on the flop, I'm usually dominated. I think this is just a check call. Looking for a king. We're gonna call, and then if a spade comes on the river, I'm going to bluff. Obviously, if a king comes, we're gonna value bet. And a 6 and a diamond. So the board pairing card plus a diamond comes. We have probably our weakest hand, so I think maybe a bluff is in order. Okay, nice, got through. Changed my plan because I didn't expect him to check if he did make his flush. And also the board paired, so you know, if I did somehow have a set or turn 2 pair, I would have rivered full house. So this was a snap 3 bet. I think I like a 4 bet. I'm gonna go quite large. I guess 8-9. I think I'm just gonna call. So I don't like his tank. If he tanks jams, then okay, he calls. Okay, this is gonna be obviously a C bet. I'm gonna raise this. We got some backdoors. And then on the diamond, it's gonna be a barrel. I think we just got to get it in if he jams. And here we can definitely shove. But he has check called twice. I think a shove is fine. And hope for the best. Okay, we got that through as well. Nice. Just trying to get him to fold the random queen. And it worked out that time. Okay, well I'm not folding. I'm just debating whether to 3 bet. And yeah, I think I'm going to decide to do that. Okay, so we hit a jack. Decent flop. Do we want to check with the king of clubs? It's possibly a good idea. I'm going to do that, I think. We do want to check, mix in some nutted checks. And now I think I want to bet on the big side. Okay, and we do block king queen and queen jack. 9-10 does get there. I think I'm going to check, decide. Okay. Happy with that. Let's see what he had. Pocket fours. Yeah, this is a good check on the flop then. Got ourselves a nice bit of value there. What did I do with the 9, ace 8? I think I must have folded it. Did I fold it? Yeah. Just debating whether to 3 bet that, and I don't remember what happened there. So I lose the action just playing 2 tables, so I don't know why I always try and play 4. Okay, so a7, I'm going to raise this up. Apparently there's 2 weaker players in the blinds. With the ace of clubs, I think I like a c-bet on the large side. And I like a c-bet here as well. And I think I like another bet. I'm going to overbet this. And then to a raise, I think we just fold. I mean, it's a very strange raise. Because he shouldn't have kings. So he shouldn't have the nuts, shouldn't have kings or tens. I have the nut club draw, so I block an ace king. So I'm not sure what he has here. Probably two pair or better, but it's still very strange. I'm going to fold. King queen against the German. I think I'm just going to call on the button. I'm going to check this back. So he checked back twice. So I'm kind of inclined to think that we have a similar hand. I'm just going to check back, try and win against. I don't know really, but just try and win. Kings. Okay. I'm going to open the queen 10. Queen Jack offsuit against the same guy. So he just opened kings under the gun. I mean, he seems to be with his stack sides. He must be some sort of reg. I think we're just going to fold. Especially if you've just seen him in two quick hands when there's over 300 players in the pool. You can assume he's playing a lot of tables. Okay, so we get a raise through. Okay, let's raise the threes. We'd continue on nearly every outcome there except a jam or a ridiculous sized raise, but we're not folding against a 3-bet. Ace 2 off, I'm going to fold this. Just a little too weak from the hijack. Just a bit card dead at the moment. As we hit ace jack. Against a Russian, like a 3-bet, and then decide fold the king. Ace 9 off. This is literally on the cusp. I mean, ace 10 off, I'd open. You could argue that's a bit loose, but I think I'm going to open this. There's a weaker player on the button. Problem is with this, if we do get raised and there's an ace on the flop, your kicker is just, it's pretty weak, so you don't know where you are. And on this board, I think if we are going to bet, we're going to want to bet big for our range, so I'm going to size up slightly. Okay, we get a relatively small 3-bet. That's 3x, isn't it? And we're definitely 4-betting. And with our stack sizes, are we going to get it in pre? I mean, it's close, but I think we are. And I'm going to size up slightly because we're deep. Okay, we take it down pre-flop. Nice, kings back to back. Complain and you shall receive. Come on, legend. Let's see a 3-bet. Nice. Okay, 10-4. I like to call these suited hands. See if we can flop a flush like that, or flush draw. And I think we're just going to 4-bet this, get it in. Good luck us. Unlucky. Yes! Oh! The pain! No! That sucks. So how much can I get now? He did call pretty quickly, so I'm inclined to size up a bit. So I'm going to do like a 70% pot. 10s, so definitely going to raise. Okay, we're getting some cards now. And I think on this sort of wet board, we're going to want to size up slightly. So we're going to go for like 14-4. See what this guy does. Nice. If he's got ace king now, we are golden. Against a tiny raise, I'm just going to call and see this. I think I'm going to check now and then check jam. So we want to see if he bets. And now we're going to jam it in. We're going to pray to God. I'm going to fold this. That he has a random ace and he doesn't fill up on the river. But he hasn't snapped me, so we're good so far. Okay. So we have recovered slightly from the kings versus aces. It's such a tilt in hand though, and he gives you the king on the flop. How much did we lose? Oh, that's a full 5. We're going to raise the pocket 2s, try and flop a set. And 5-6s, suited. I mean, a call on the button's probably not good, but I like to do that sometimes. Okay, we're not going to go too crazy on this occasion. Guy from the Netherlands, they're normally pretty tight, so I'm just going to let this go. King 10 here, I like a raise. Get that through. This is an open for me from the cutoff. Okay, we get that through. Eights, we're going to raise, and we're going to do it to 7.6 because we're in position. We're going to keep it a bit smaller. Fives here, we're going to fold. Even if this guy calls, I think it's a bit too risky. We're going to have a quick look though, see what happens. And here, we're just going to check back. I mean, this hits both of us quite hard. We picked up an open-ender. Although a jack gives a king a better straight. And I think we just got to give this up. That size bet, I think we just can't call. Anything below half pot you could probably call. But I think that's a bit too much. Jack 7 suited. This is close. It's definitely an open from the cutoff hijack. I mean, you can. Well, just timed out. So I'm not sure why I timed out there because I had 30 seconds in my time bank. So if anybody knows in the chat, I mean in the comments, you let me know down below. If you are liking the videos, because apparently somebody's watching these, please like the video down below, as it'll help me out and try and get me some more viewers. With the nines, we're going to raise 10 bigs, and I like it raised with a 3-4 suited. I think we're going to call it a day. We are going to sit out the next big blind and close. And do we want to 4-bet against Pikachu in Japan? I think no, I think we're just going to let this one go. Be a bit too crazy. Okay, King 10, 2 callers. With the 10, we're blocking some of the connecting cards like 10 Jack, 10 8, and 9 10, stuff like that. So we could argue a C bet is okay. Gonna do half pot. Okay, seemed to work out. We're blocking most of the continuing range, so a bet there to take it down. Can't be too bad. Ace 9, similar spot to before. I said I would maybe open that sometimes, close it sometimes. So I opened it last time, so I'm going to close this time. Alright, so that's the end of that. Let's open the chest while this reloads. Man, if that king's... it's happened again. Invalid tokens. Yeah, I don't know what that means, but we'll see where we're at. 52.40, nice. So yeah, we won another like $2-ish this session, which is great. If the ace didn't come on the turn in that kings versus aces hand, we would have been up another 10 bucks-ish. So we would have been flying towards $100, but wasn't to be. So yeah, thanks for watching. I'll try and do another video soon, maybe tonight after work, as I'm on my lunch break. But yeah, cheers guys. Holdo out.